They had barely missed us. My car, it has holes from the shooting, so they barely missed us in centimeters. And then people from the cars around us the injured people that were still alive started crawling towards us, and we were all hiding behind my car. And I was at the party. I didn't go to the party. I went to work. I work in a booking for DJs. Mm-hmm. It's a worldwide booking, so I was with a DJ from Hungary. We got to the party at around 2:30 a.m. and everything was fine up until around 6:30. My last video in my phone is at 6:28, so about 2 minutes before it started pouring with missiles. And then suddenly we saw that there were missiles in the sky, and I went up to the DJ and I told him to close the music. They closed the music and I told everyone to get down. So we all went into hiding. And after a few minutes, they told us that we needed to get out of the area as fast as we can. So I took the DJ and I told him we're running to the car and we're getting out of here. And we were one of the first cars out of the party area. And I thought it was good luck. But we had no clue what was after that. And 5 minutes later, we got into an area that the cars before me suddenly started to stop, and then they collided into each other. And I didn't understand what was going on because we were hearing booming from the skies. I didn't hear the booms from the guns. I wanted to get out of the car to help because I didn't understand what was going on. And then the moment I opened my car door, they started shooting at me. And I saw a terrorist in front of me, and I yelled at the DJ that was with me in the car to get out and hide behind the door. And we went out and hid there, and then we saw that there were people shooting from the other side as well, from like behind us, and we thought it was soldiers. But then a closer look, I understood that they weren't soldiers and they were also firing at us. And they had barely missed us. My car, it has holes from the shooting, so they barely missed us in centimeters. And then people from the cars around us the injured people that were still alive started crawling towards us, and we were all hiding behind my car. And then I was looking around and I understood that they were completely surrounding us and there was nowhere to go. So I yelled at everyone to get back in the car. And there were people that weren't in the car from the beginning, but they got in the car because they were injured. And I didn't want to leave them there, so I told them to get in the car. And then we were all in the car and I tried to reverse, but something was wrong with the car. It wouldn't move and they were shooting the car from all the directions. And I don't know, something happened and I managed to get the car to move. And then I reversed and turned. And he was shooting at cars that were driving towards us, and we saw him hitting the drivers and the cars going off the road. And people were trying to get out of the cars and run. And then I understood that if I'm going to drive, I need to drive now because they were shooting at us and we were not going to get out of there. So I just hit the gas and started driving, and they were shooting at us while we were driving. I was hearing the bullets go into the car. I saw bullets going into the car. And then we made it out of there. And then I looked in the back seat, and there were two people injured there. One was shot in her leg and one was shot in his arm. And I understood that we need to go straight to the hospital and that we can't stop no matter where we are. And I called the people back at the party and told us that they were shooting at us and not to let anyone get out of there because they were waiting for us on the roads. And then I just drove blindly to the hospital. It took about 40 minutes and it was scary. There were booms and then bombs everywhere, and we managed to get the injured people to the hospital. And then I went into the hospital as well because it was a safe area from the bombings. And then I was in the hospital for another 4 hours, and I saw all the injured coming in, all my friends, all the people that were shot. We tried to call the police and we tried to call the medics, and they were, and they didn't know what was going on. The police didn't know. We were the first people to call the police, and they had no idea what was going on. They're not saying anything. We have no clue. I have 4 friends that haven't been found yet, that no one knows where they are. I have more friends that we saw them being killed, but no one's telling us if they found their bodies. So we don't know if the bodies were taken. And during all this time, there was the WhatsApp group for all the people in the party, and people were sending places they were hiding and telling us that people are being shot in front of them.